Thank you so much for joining. In this week video, I will be just touching briefly on a particular situation and just show a simple way within which we can address it. So the situation that I want to talk about is the way in which um, immigrants are treated when they travel to other countries. We are living in a multicultural society where persons from time to time travel to different parts of the world for various reasons. And oftentimes they are met with indifference and also mistreatment. And one simple way to deal with that is just to get to learn about the person's culture, the person's food, the person's way of life in general. Sometimes it is intentional and sometimes it's not. But a simple conversation can be the spark that ignites the flames of love and acceptance between persons. And in John chapter 4, I believe it's verse 4 to 26, it's a story, a conversation between Jesus and a woman. And it is a beautiful story of love, repentance, and acceptance. You see, Jesus was a Jew and the woman was from Samaria. And those are two countries that have a long-standing history of racial tension. And Jesus, in the first place, shouldn't have even approached that woman because according to the Jewish culture or Jewish customs, a rabbi is not supposed to talk to a woman. But Jesus broke down that barrier when he spoke to that Samaritan woman. He ministered to her needs. He saw a lady, a woman in need, and he ministered to her. And we all know how the story ends. And I would just like to encourage us to be like Jesus. Just be kind to each other. Love tears down any wall. This world is full of hate, and we don't need any more hate. John 15, verse 12, the Voices version says, "My commandment to you is love. Love others as I have loved you." And in this video, it's a conversation between myself and a fellow immigrant, also my colleague. We are from both different countries. And there is an element of clothing that I am fascinated with. So I had a conversation with her because I wanted to know more about it. So stay tuned for the conversation that I will have with I call her my African queen. And I want to take this opportunity to give a big shout out to Fahida Sebaru. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. The link for the song that will be played in the background is a cover done by him, and it's called "You Are My African Queen." Stay tuned for the video. God bless you. Be an inspiration to others and be inspired. I have a special guest with me, and I call her my queen sister because we're daughters of the king. I will give her the opportunity to introduce herself, and I only have one request, that she introduces herself in her native language and also in English. So go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, my queen sister. I will start the introduction in my native language. Okay. So, Afambo Chinwe. Awo Nwadi Igbo na Nigeria, Africa.
Oh my God.
So it means that my name is Chinwe, and I'm Igbo from Nigeria in Africa.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the channel. So
Thank
happy,
you.
so happy you're here. So we're going to talk about head wraps. And you look
Yeah.
beautiful, I must say that. You're
I
so
know.
beautiful.
Thank you. Same you as well.
Yes. So we're talking about head wraps. And I was
Okay.
born in the Caribbean and we wear head wraps. And it's linked to our culture because Jamaica in the Caribbean, we have some our ancestors. Some are
West
from, I know
Africa.
that Africa is a continent that has, I think, around 54 different countries, right? So, right. So persons in my country mainly wear their head wraps because of practicality, to either maintain a style to keep it neatly or just to cover up their styles, because it's just easier to do that, right? And I love wearing head wraps. I'm wearing mine. It's Ghana made. Yes, it's Ghana made, right? And the reason why I love to wear it is because it's empowering, truly. And it reminds me of my African heritage. So, yes. So I would like to ask you a few questions, tell me about head wraps in your country. You are from Nigeria, as you just mentioned. So is there a name for the head wraps in your country?
Well, actually, yes. So Nigeria is made up of several ethnic groups. And for each ethnic group, they have a name for the head wrap. So in my ethnic group, for instance, although we have like the three major tribes in Nigeria, the Igbo, the Yoruba, the Hausa, tribes. In Igbo, for instance, the central name for the head wrap is Ichafu. Okay. So, but amongst the Igbos, different towns, different states, different communities may have their own name specifically for the head wraps. Like some part of Abia State call it Okaraishi, so which is different from the Ichafu. Okay. And then I know in Yoruba they call it Gele. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Chafu. Okay, good to know. I am learning. Okay, so different parts, they have different names for it. So Nigeria call it Gili.
Yoruba call it Gele.
Yoruba call it
Yes,
Gili.
I'm not entirely sure what the Hausas call it, but I know Yorubas call it Gele and the Igbos call it Ichafu. Yes.
All right, good to know. So what is the purpose for wearing head wraps in your tribe?
I would say that it has different purpose. Okay. One of it, it's traditional, like it's rooted in the tradition, in the African tradition, as it were. It could also be symbolic, and of course, for fashion purposes, people tie hair, different hair ties to wedding, for traditional marriage, for dedication, and so and of course, like women want to keep their hair covered. So yeah, it could also serve as that, to like as a hair covering to cover their hair. Traditionally, during maybe like festive seasons, different, kind of cultural traditions, women, are required to tie different types of hair wraps. So again, it depends on different cultural backgrounds, but generally, it's fashion related. It's a culture, yeah. It's a huge like cultural. It has a huge cultural a huge symbol. Oh my goodness, sorry. It has, it's hugely tied to the Nigerian and African culture, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and I can see some beautiful ones. I've had the opportunity to attend some um, Nigerian events, and oh my God, they are a showstopper. You know, I
Yes.
really, really enjoy seeing them. And I know that you mentioned that you're from the Ibu tribe,
Mhm.
and maybe within that tribe there may be like different practices among that tribe. I don't know. Is there any
Mhm.
difference in how they probably would do their head wraps?
Generally, well, yeah, with the trends of fashion, and so they've got different styles. Like I can't keep up with the styles.
Yes,
Beautiful ones, come out every day.
yes.
So there is no like hard and or fast rule
Okay.
for the hair tie. People keep theirs very simple.
Mhm.
Some people um, beautifully, adorn
Yes.
their head wraps.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, whatever works for you,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
So you just do what you're comfortable with.
Okay. Okay. Well, as I said, mine, it was made by someone from Ghana. I'm not quite sure what they would call it in their in that country. I didn't make it, so I am so curious to learn maybe how you make yours. And I believe that you've brought something to give us a quick demonstration of how you would probably tie yours.
African beauty, yeah.